Republicans were for President Barack Obama's requirement that all Americans get health insurance before they were against it. And this is true. Big implication, former Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney, who implemented that in Massachusetts, signed that into law. Mitt Romney, weighing another run for the GOP presidential nomination, signed such a requirement into law in the state level as Massachusetts governor in 2006. At the time, Romney defending it was personal responsibility principle, and Massachusetts' newest GOP senator, Scott Brown, backed it. Yes, he did. Scott Brown backed it. And I told all of you that, well, even though he didn't vote for the federal bill, he did vote for the jobs bill, that he was a big government rhino. And let me get something straight here. This is proof right here that the Republicans are not going to save you. The Democrats are not going to save you. You need to vote out the elitist incumbents. The elitist incumbents are damaging this country. They're career politicians. They don't need to be. We were never meant to have a career politician government. That gives them an automatic title of nobility. Do you see where I'm getting at here, people? We cannot allow these people to have titles of nobility. We need to wake up and be the president. We need to wake up, be the governor, the senator, the mayor, the county commissioner, the city councilman, congressman, senator, all of it. It is we the people that are eligible to run the country. And then you get into the debate, oh, well, they're not experienced. You know what? It has nothing to do with it. Yes, these people have experience. They have experience messing your life up, and my life, and all our friends and families and neighbors and our kids. That's what they have experience in. It's screwing up our lives so they can stuff money in their pocket, giving it to the private corporate interests, the offshore private central banks, the IMF, the World Bank, the Federal Reserve System, all of it. When will you wake up?
What's next? I'll tell you what's next. Obamacare. Another giant step towards socialism. I don't know why you people are surprised that the health care bill went through Congress. Barack Obama told you before the election that he was a socialist, that he wanted to spread the wealth. What does that mean? Does that mean he wants to make the poor into the middle class? No. It means he wants to make the middle class into the poor. Barack Obama's goal is to have two classes in this country, the rich and the poor. And if you're not rich right now, you're going to be poor. Barack Obama just took 30 million people who couldn't afford health care insurance and put them into the health care system. They still can't afford health care insurance. So who's going to pay for it? I'll tell you who. You, the poor slob who wakes up every morning and goes to work, pays his bills, pays his rent, pays for his own health care insurance. Your rates are going to go up to pay for the 30 million degenerates that Barack Obama just put into the system. You think it ends there? No. Next on Barack Obama's agenda is immigration reform. He's going to make the illegals legal. The minute that happens, they're going to qualify for government-run health care. Who's going to pay for that? You are. That's 12 million more people you're going to be flipping the bill for. Would you wake up? The only way out of this is in November. You have to vote the Democrats out of office. And don't stop there. Vote the Republicans out of office too. They're just as responsible. The Republicans have sat on their hands for the last 50 years and let the Democrats destroy this freaking country. When are you going to wake up? You better start voting in some independents. You better start voting in people who think the way you do and want the things you want. Right now, the middle class working people are still the majority in this country. But it's not going to be for long if you don't start voting some of them into freaking power. Would you wake up? Wake up!
Republicans say Obama and the Democrats co-opted their original concept, minus a mechanism they proposed for controlling costs. More than a dozen GOP attorneys general are determined to challenge the requirement in federal court as unconstitutional. Starting in 2014, the new law will require nearly all Americans to have health insurance through an employer, a government program, or by buying directly. That year, new insurance markets will open for business. Health plans will be required to accept all applicants, and tax credits will start flowing to the millions of people, helping them to pay for their premiums. A million, yeah, sure. I wonder how much tax credit. Those who continue to go without coverage have to pay a penalty to the IRS, forcing you to buy. Except in the case of financially hardship, fines vary by income and family size. It's a progressive thing, isn't it? Progressive collectivism, entitlement. That's how they get you. That's how they get you dependent on the state. The state is God. The state is mommy and daddy. The state will take care of you. The same state that puts fluoride in your water and chemicals in your food to make you sickly, to make your men effeminate and your women manly. Yes, the state that says you have a responsibility to die with dignity.
And look at how this bill was written. Can you say it was done openly? Yes. With transparency and accountability? Yes. Without backroom deals and struck behind closed doors? Hidden from the people? Hell no, you can't! Have you read the bill? Yes. Have you read the reconciliation bill? Have you read the manager's amendment? Hell no, you haven't.
IRS chief, buy health insurance or lose your tax refund. Individuals who don't purchase health insurance may lose their tax refunds, according to the IRS Commissioner Doug Shulman, after acknowledging the recently passed health care bill that limits the agency's options for enforcing the individual mandate. Shulman told reporters that the most likely way to penalize individuals that don't comply is by reducing or confiscating their tax refunds. Oh yeah, taxes, stealing money from you, and through your personal income tax, your Social Security that you didn't ask for, your Medicare that you didn't ask for. So the little bit that you get back every year, if you get it back, or they might make you owe, they're not even going to give you a dime, and they're going to take more from you. How about that? You like them apples? I sure don't.